I'm the lifestyle management consultant with PD Hinduja Hospital. I'm basically an occupational health physician, having worked as a All India head of occupational health in one of the multinationals. And right now I am the consultant to one of the Siemens companies, and I'm also a medical advisor to SAP India Limited. Now coming to what I'm going to talk. Today I'm going to talk to you on how to manage your lifestyle, which is so important as on day, because we have been all the time, but basically we wait for problems to develop and then try to correct our lifestyle. Now my talk is going to be more of a proactive thing as to what you can do today to prevent problems tomorrow. All of you are aware that India burdens 60% of coronary artery disease, and that we reached in 2011. And India is the capital for diabetes mellitus. Now both these diseases are lifestyle diseases, and both this we have become the capital for both. Now if we are burdening 60% of coronary artery disease, that means 6 out of 10 people who get a heart attack in the world are from India. And unfortunately, if you have ever observed the pattern of coronary artery disease in India, India is one of the rare countries where it attacks younger people population. You have younger generations of heart attacks, and you have younger generations of diabetes. Now you may say that we have a predisposition for coronary artery disease. Now if it is only due to predisposition, then we should have reached the 60% target long back, because our predisposition existed from and let us see some examples of the all of you have heard of Mr. Ranjan Das, CEO of SAP India, Mr. Ravi Mohan, Senior VP with RIL, Reliance Industries, Mr. Raghu Pillai, Senior VP with Industries, and Dr. Neetu Manke, a leading cardiovascular surgeon. All these 4 people had one common thing, that all of them died of heart attack at a much younger age. Now, if you look at the history of Mr. Ranjan Das died at 42. Now, he was an exercise fanatic, but in spite of that, he got a heart attack at 42. Now, all 4 of them, I am sure, are victims of high stress levels. Ranjan Das, he had a high stress level, and of course, he had no sleep. He used to sleep hardly 4 hours a day. So it is the bad work-life balance, or a faulty work-life balance and a faulty lifestyle, which has led to these promising people dying at a much early age due to untimely coronary disease. Now, let us now take a quick look at what is our lifestyle. Or no? First question is, do you sit late at work? If it is yes, mark yes. If it is no, say no. Do you feel mentally and physically fatigued at the end of the day? That is, by the end of the day, do you feel that you have no energy levels? Next, Do you believe in thinking and doing multiple tasks at the same time? The best example I can give you is while eating food, do you watch television? I don't find time for exercise. If it is yes, mark yourself yes. If it is no, say no. Do you prefer fast food and snacks instead of traditional meals? When you are given a choice between our traditional meal and food and snacks, do you prefer fast food and snacks? Do you eat at irregular intervals? I guess you think you are, that is, you keep things pending. Do you think you are overweight? Do you feel you don't have good sleep, or you have not slept well enough? Do you feel situations are beyond your control many a times? That is, you are helpless in many situations. Are you suffering or concerned about developing any of the lifestyle disease like hypertension, that is blood pressure, diabetes, or are you suffering from coronary artery disease? Now start counting the number of years. The more number of years, more is the scope to change. Can you be proactive? Because if there are more than 7 S, please start worrying about your lifestyle, because it would land you into a big issue. Now, let us look at our lifestyle. Take the example of Ranjan Das. He prematurely aged. Are you prematurely aging? That is what is more important to us. Aging is a natural process, nobody can stop. You may try all your best to externally, cosmetically produce a person who looks very young. Internal aging is a natural process. What we have to do is prevent the premature aging. High stress level, do you consider that the stress levels are high? Please remember, the stress levels will be higher tomorrow. It is already high. So that we manage this better, which I will talk to you a little later. Are we doing sedentary job? 99.999% of all of us are doing only sedentary job. We are sitting and working. Because our body, which is meant for a lot of physical activity, it has been reduced to just a stable job. We sit at work, we go home and sit and watch a television. So ultimately, of the time we are awake, 95% of the time we are sitting. So what are we doing? With that, we have quite a bit of problems coming with sedentary job, which we will discuss a little later. Lack of exercise. And I'm sure of all those people who are here and all of you, why are you not doing exercise? The standard answer is I have no time. What we do in our lifestyle management clinic is we try to help you to set the priorities right. Please remember, you don't do exercise today because you have no time. It is because you have no priority for exercise. Tomorrow, if the same person is affected by any of the lifestyle disease like diabetes or hypertension or coronary artery disease, he or she finds time for exercise because the disease has changed the priority. Changes your priority. Exercise is something which has to be started as early as possible, because please remember, longer you delay in starting an exercise program, the more difficult it is to start an exercise program. All of us have kept exercise, but tomorrow never comes, so the exercise never starts. Even today, all of you have exercise in your priority, but it is at the lowest level of priority that you daily don't reach that level of priority, so you don't do exercise. Long working hours, which is a disease of India, which I will discuss a little later on work-life balance. Frequent travels, executives travel frequently, and so they have disturbed sleep. When you're on tours, you have more time for yourself. High-fat diet. Today, India has become a hub for all the high-fat diet, and all these fast food centers, they are thriving because we have left our own, the traditional Indian thali, which is supposed to be the best in the world as far as the well-balanced diet, but we prefer a burger or a pizza to our food, and especially our younger generation, basically because we have tried to nourish our younger generation in traditional compulsion to them. So they have developed a hatred for Indian food, but they have developed a lot of love for the fast food. So let us try to change ourselves. Please remember, the only thing which can change is yourself. Unfortunately, we spend all our time trying to change others. We don't realize that if I change myself, it may change somebody else. Of you, an awareness, or probably provocate you to make a change, so that you get, I would act like more like a catalyst, trying to induce some energy in you to start the process of change. Smoking and alcohol, both are harmful. Smoking is proved to cause problems in your systems. It is cardiovascular system which is worst affected, and of course the incidence of CA lung is cancer of lung is 90% of cancer of lung is among smokers. It can cause ulcers, it can even cause other systemic problems. Now coming to alcohol, I am not an anti-alcohol person. You can have alcohol at social levels of drinking, it is no problem. But please remember a few things when you have alcohol. First is never drink alone, because drinking alone is the first sign of alcoholism. Number two, never drink when you are under stress. If you are drinking under stress, you can be assured that you are more likely to become alcoholic, because stress is going to be there throughout your life. So every time you have stress, you think of only alcohol. Drink alcohol on happy occasions. You will never become alcoholic because these occasions are rare. But most important is drink as long as you enjoy. Don't start drinking as long as others start enjoying. Because please remember, you take alcohol to feel nice. If you cross a limit, you don't feel anything, but others feel it. So take care that you follow these things when you have alcohol. Then you can never become alcoholic, and at the same time, you will enjoy your few pegs which you have. Inadequate sleep. It is very important to understand that today's attention. So, if you have a disturbed sleep, this disturbed sleep will lead you to a lot of problems. So, a good, adequate sleep is very important. Please remember, it is the quality of sleep that is more important than the quantity. You may sleep 10 hours, if you're not getting any deep sleep, you are only sleeping, having a light sleep, it is of not much of use because it doesn't help you because your body only rests during deep sleep. Now, people who snore, please remember, those who snore, don't think that you are having a very good sleep. No problem which will be very, very dangerous to you. So snoring has to be corrected. Please remember, you can get a good quality of sleep only if you have a good lifestyle. Good lifestyle is having a good exercise program and having a good diet plan every day. It is very important to understand that I should have a light diet or dinner because that will give me a better sleep. Please remember, the idea of having a supper at 7 is the best thing to do because then you have enough time after dinner for your body to take care of the digestive processes before you go to sleep. Unfortunately, all of us must be having our dinner and straight hitting the bed because you have dinner at 11 o'clock. So try to change that. Overweight, a problem of the decade or century, because all of us have excess of calories and the absolutely no physical. Unless you have physical activity, the intake of whatever calories you have taken is not going to get utilized. So obesity is a big issue. Obesity, with obesity comes all the lifestyle diseases. What are the lifestyle diseases you can land into is diabetes, hypertension, heart attacks, you can have gallstones, you can have osteoarthritis. All these are lifestyle diseases which are related to obesity. Work-life imbalance. Work-life balance is creating a balance between your personal life and working life. Are we trying to create a balance? We will talk about it in just a few minutes. And predominance of a type A behavior, a behavior which induces related to landing into coronary problems. Now let us go into work-life balance. Now, unfortunately, India is a capital for late sitting. I call this as late sitting syndrome of India. It is a fashion now. So, limit. So you have very less time to spend with your family. So what happens is there is an imbalance between your personal life and work life. Now, why do people sit late? They have disorganized working pattern, lack of procrastination is keeping things pending. Now, please remember, lack of delegation is one of the reasons is job insecurity. Because of job insecurity, you start tending to do everything because you don't want to delegate any job to your subordinate. Thinking that the person is indispensable. Please remember, nobody is indispensable in this world. It is only our imagination. Many of the people in the corporate think that if they don't come to the work, the organization may close down. But the fact is, if they don't come, the work gets done better because they are more of a hindrance in the organization rather than promoters of better productivity. Problems in personal life. You have problem in personal life, so you spend more time at workplace. And if you are a boss, and if you have a personal problem, the whole department sits till you leave. So don't think that you are a perfectionist. Not setting priorities at workplace. So what happens? You spend a lot of time in going into the share market. Making it a habit to keep work pending after working hours. Keep pending all the important work to be done after working hours. So every day you have a X number of important work to be done, so you sit late. Of course, many workers, organizations set up a culture of working late. The leader sits, the whole organization sits. So take care, because this is something which is happening only in our country, and it is basically because of our attitude. Now, stress. Stress. Stress is created by whom? Stress is everybody doesn't react the same way. It is only some of us react very badly. Now, very important thing to understand is every stress has got positive and negative side. But because of our inbuilt negative attitude, we tend to look at the negative side of stress, so every stress becomes a problem for us. A positive stress, it stimulates us, a negative stress creates problem for us. Now, I'll give you an example. Now, all of you know that suppose you have a cockroach in a room and there are 4 people. The young man, the elderly person, with due respect to the women who are listening to me, a woman and a Chinese person. What does a young man do? He removes his slippers and smashes the cockroach. The screaming. And the Chinese man is very delighted because he has got something to eat. Now the cockroach is same, but the 4 people have reacted in different ways. So stress is like that. One stress may be no stress to somebody, but maybe very high stress to somebody. It all depends on your attitudes. Unfortunately, we are all born and brought up with a lot of negative attitudes. So we create stress in a non-stressful event. And we are the people who create more stress. And as you know, this negative attitude was excellent 3-4 decades back because our mental stress was less. But as we have now into a lot of mental stress, this attitude is creating more and more stress to us. So it is the negative attitude that creates stress. Please remember, you should always look at the positive side of stress. Every stress has lack of emotional decision. Please remember, gone are the days you could do emotional decisions today. Taking decisions from your brain, not from your heart, because this can be wrong and create more problem to us. Insecurity, lack of decision-making power, because many of the executives, when they climb up the ladder, they take their powers with them, making the subordinates totally powerless. Procrastination, lack of focus, and spending time on meaningless job. Now, you can see the graph. Stress is required because stress is what stimulates you to perform. Where you perform, but you become fatigued. The optimum level of stress is the stress level which indicates your performance level. So it's very important to see that you don't have too low a stress, because too low a stress makes you go into a stage of rusting. Too high a stress leads you to burnt out. So it is very important to remain at the optimum level of stress. Now, in our lifestyle management clinic, we individually analyze the stress levels and find out as to where they stand, whether they are in the optimum level, where they are on optimal state, analyze what they have to do. And we also find out the sources of stress, so that we are able to find out whether the stress comes from personal life or from the professional life. There are three stages in stress. You have the stage of alarm reaction, stage of resistance, and stage of exhaustion. You go into stage of exhaustion if the stress is too high. You must have observed the day you are at very high stress, towards the evening you are totally mentally and physically fatigued. That is where it is crossed the level of tolerance. Now all of you know our body is, if you are supposed attacked by somebody at night, you have three options: either to tolerate the enemy, or fight the enemy, or run away from the enemy. Now stress has the same principle. As was Adam and Eve had only physical stress. They of course had the mental stress after the apple came into the picture, but otherwise they had only physical stress. They had only physical stress. They have physical stress. Suppose you have a physical stress. What Adam and Eve had, they were attacked by animals. When you have attacked by animal, you have this thing is, one is either you can fight the animal, kill the animal, or second is run away from the animal. But you can't tolerate the animal, because you can't say I will not do anything because the animal will kill you. So they had only two options, either to fight or to take a flight. Now, what is happening today? You have somebody at night. You neither fight nor run. The only thing you do is you tolerate the enemy. You give him whatever you have, say thank you to him and get out. That is because basically we are sure, and we are 100% sure that my physical is poor. So I can't run because that thief may run faster than me. So he will catch me. So what is happening today is, physiologically your body is the same as Adam and Eve. Anatomically the body is same as Adam and Eve. Now you have no physical stress, you have only mental stress. So when you have mental stress, the body prepares you for run and fight because it accepts only physical stress. So you are sitting in one place, your body is prepared to run or fight, that is your muscles are kept tensed, your blood sugar levels are increased because you have to have a lot of energy output. You neither use the blood sugar and you exercise every day, the muscle is totally fatigued. So you can understand the paradox today. I have only mental stress, I don't have physical stress, and body recognizes only physical stress. Now imagine, the physical stress remains for a very short time. Mental stress remains for a very long time. Again a paradox. The body is not able to cope, so what is happening? The accumulation of this leads us to lifestyle disease. So what is the problem? We have more of steroids and adrenaline in our body. Both are supposed to be hormones of crisis. But these hormones become dangerous if they become in excess because it's not utilized. Now, insomnia or disturbed sleep is high, weight gains, loss of appetite or overeating, both are common with stress, increased smoking, increased caffeine intake, that is coffee tea, increased alcohol intake, stress-related diseases, and sexual dysfunction. Now, what are the lifestyle diseases? Peptic ulcers, gastritis, ulcerative colitis, irritable bowel syndromes, hypertension, diabetes, coronary artery disease or heart attacks, migraine, tension headaches, sexual dysfunction, psychotic disorders, disease like leptomeningitis, bronchial asthma, hyperfunction of thyroid gland, arthritis, osteoarthritis, cancers, infections. That is why you have more fevers today. And of course, DVT, varicose veins are additional things which are lifestyle diseases. Osteoarthritis is a very common thing now because, so what we do in our lifestyle management clinic, we use the stress audit to find out the individual stress levels. We study the lifestyle to help them then do a behavior reprogramming. We analyze their behavior and tell them where to make changes because this behavior is one of the main reasons for stress and main reasons for coronary artery disease. We do cognitive programming, that is, we do attitude changes, and of course, we do emotional reprogramming in making them take care of their emotions. So, thank you very much for being with me, and I would like to answer a few questions which have been asked. One is whether meditation would help you. Surely, yoga is something which is going to help you, especially your breathing exercises and the Shavasana. They definitely help you in managing stress and bringing your overall body performance much better. Any other questions? Please put it up in the template. We will try to answer it. Again, thank you very much for awareness in you, because if it creates some change in you, I'm sure it is going to rebound on somebody else to make change. So it becomes a chain of changes.